The Hanchey Art Gallery welcomes New Orleans-based artist James Henderson and his exhibit, Things I Thought Were Already Decided, that will be on display in the gallery through May 14th. With Henderson's work displayed in galleries from San Francisco to New York City, Hanchey Gallery director Leslie Grusbeck discusses the process of bringing such a prominent artist to Natchitoches.
Well, we're just really lucky. James and I met when I was actually putting together the 40 by 40 show. And so we began talking. Actually, one of our alumni, Amanda Rowe, had sent me a link to James's work because she was very impressed with it.
Well, Leslie, the director, art director here, saw my work online and emailed me and said, hey, have you ever thought about doing an academic show? And I hadn't done one before, and I thought, well, this would be fun. And it's a great space, and I think there's an amazing art program here at Northwestern State.
And so, being that he was in New Orleans, he was willing to get the show together for us. His gallery, Octavia Gallery, has been very generous to us as well. So we're really glad to have him here.
For Henderson's inaugural visit to Northwestern State, the Hanchey Gallery hosts its first ever artist talk with current NSU art students.
It's really nice for art students in particular to get to talk to professional artists about what motivates them to make art. That's kind of an interesting connection to make with someone else, as well as what techniques they're using. And James's work is very unique and uses a lot of different materials that our students are compelled by and interested in, and it's nice for them to be able to talk directly to him about that, as well as what it's like being a professional artist. That's what they're here to train for, and so it's really important for them to meet people who are outside of the educational system and working as artists, especially in our state.
And the students gravitated toward Henderson and his art.
A lot of it's something that anybody can relate to, like whether it be going back home or missing your family or feeling like somebody's disattached or having arguments. It's something very personal that you can relate to no matter what your story is. And I find that really amazing that you can feel that and talk to the artist who did it themselves.
It's definitely always good to meet other artists and see what they're doing and talk to them and kind of network a bit and see why they're making what they're making and how they go about it. And it helps you to kind of think about what you can apply to your own work and how to just get in there and start making new stuff.
These kids are very interested in art, and they were picking out, they had questions about pieces in the art that were sort of minutia. Which was very interesting to me, that they were getting at and that they're really exploring art and they're trying to find their own way.
I would have to say that one thing that I learned is, it doesn't really matter what the message is in your artwork, but as long as it's something that anybody can gather from and conceive as something that they can relate to, it really makes an impact more on the artwork because it's more meaningful than just something drawn.
Following the group session, Henderson spoke one-on-one with students and faculty about his exhibit.
These pieces are picked because most of them are really meaningful pieces. We have everything here from this piece that really talks about Katrina and the value of the difference between a house and a home and the value of home. And so you have a piece like that, and then we have pieces that are a little bit more personal, that are sort of exorcising demons from the past and that kind of thing. Nowadays we tend to sort of forget about our past. Everyone is so involved in everything on Facebook, and everything's so quick, and we take pictures on our phones, we share pictures on our phones. I don't think we stop enough and realize that there's a whole past, that we've come from a long line of other people and other experiences. And so this is my way of sort of connecting those pieces to the past. There's really interesting work, I think, in this body of work. There's some very interesting pieces. There's a little something for everyone.
Henderson will be in town through Friday, April 27th, hosting another artist talk session 10 a.m. Friday morning, and will be a guest of honor at a Hanchey Gallery reception from 5 to 7 p.m.